never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Fine.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. And of course, I'm mainly talking to the ladies. I'm sure most men couldn't care less about Valentine's Day. I know some ladies that don't, but I don't know any man that does. But today here on the channel, since it is a Wednesday, it's time for another weekly Wednesday Hump Day Top 10 Countdown. And this one actually comes to us courtesy a request. For those of you that do not know and have been living under a rock, besides the YouTube channel, I also do a podcast once a week where myself and my man JJ talk NASCAR and wrestling. And if you have not listened to any of our podcasts, I encourage you to go do so. But since all we talk is NASCAR and wrestling, a lot of times if we have a few extra seconds, he'll tell me that I have a requested top 10 countdown, and he did that again last week. So I took my time on this and came up with it. So I'm going to be doing it today. So I know it doesn't sound like a top 10 countdown you'd be doing on Valentine's Day, but it just so happened that Valentine's Day falls on a Wednesday this year. And this is my top 10 all-time favorite horror movies. Now, of course, these are all going to be ones that I have seen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you a movie is good or bad when I have not seen it. I can't stand when people do that, especially when it comes to any kind of sporting event. They'll tell you a football team is no good, but yet they ain't watched them play all year long. Or they'll tell you a certain player is overrated, but yet they ain't watched him play all year long. To me, if you ain't watched a team play, then you shouldn't have an opinion that means anything because you don't know, you ain't watched them. Well, I feel the same way about a movie. I can't personally myself in good faith come on here and tell you a movie's good or bad when I ain't seen it. I'm just not going to do that. So this top 10 countdown is movies that I have personally seen. And again, it's top 10 all-time favorite horror movies. Number 10, Scream. Number 9, Night of the Living Dead. Number 8, Sinister. Number 7, It. And number 6, The Thing. Again, 10 through 6, Scream, Night of the Living Dead, Sinister, It, The Thing. Number 5, Paranormal Activity. Number 4, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Number 3, Halloween. Number 2, The Conjuring, and number 1, The Exorcist. First, let me say that when I mention Halloween, I'm talking about the original Halloween, not the one that Rob Zombie redid a few years back that's half comedy, half nude scenes, and half scary movie. That shouldn't even count as a horror movie. And number 2, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre and I love The Conjuring, but The Exorcist to me is number 1 because it's real life. It's something that can really happen. People can actually get demons inside of them, so when you watch a movie that pretty much can be based on real life, to me, that's scary. You know, a lot of the scary movies are entertaining, but you know it's something that can't happen, so it takes kind of the scare out of it because you know it's not real. Well, The Exorcist can be real, which to me makes it even scarier. I couldn't put the Blair Witch Project on here because even though the movie wasn't bad, just the camera work in that movie is so bad that it's hard for me to maintain focus on the movie when all I can do is sit there and just wonder, boy, how can this movie have such shoddy camera work? And I love the Chucky movies, but to me, even though it's entertaining, it's funny, it'll give you a chuckle, there's just nothing scary about a doll. I'm sorry, there's just not. It's funny, it's entertaining, but it's not scary. And I love the Saw franchise from the very first one to the very last one. The whole entire movie I love. But it makes you think more than it is scary. You know, a lot of that whole entire movie franchise is based on making you ponder who's behind this, who's doing this. You might watch a whole movie and there might be 3 deaths the whole movie. So to me, it doesn't really have enough blood and gore and killing scenes in it to be considered scary. But I love the entire movie franchise of Saw. Any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. And I believe that comes from Kelly, but I could be wrong. I asked JJ who it was from. He said he thought it was Kelly. So Kelly, if it was you, thanks for the request. If it was not you, I apologize, whoever it was. Thank you so much for the request. I always love to take requests on top 10 countdowns, even if it's one I've done in the past. If it's been a year and a half ago that I've done it, we've had a ton of new subscribers since then, so they may not have seen that top 10 countdown the last time I done it. And also my opinion could have changed from the last time I done a top 10 countdown on something. Sometimes you go back and you hear something again, or you watch something again, or you read something again, and you think, man, I missed that last time, and it could sway your opinion one way or the other. So again, Kelly or whoever it was, thank you so much for requesting that top 10 countdown. Any comments on it, leave them in the comment section down below. While you're there, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Subscribe to give the video a thumbs up. Give the video a like and share the video on all social media platforms. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. What do you call fake potatoes? Imitators. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.